Hi, my name is Gracie. This is my mom, Mel. And today we're going to be talking about meltdowns.
What can you tell us about meltdowns?
I used to have meltdowns when I was a little girl.
You still have them now, but in a different way,
Yeah,
right? So what happened when you were little?
I would scream, hit people. I didn't mean to. I feel bad.
It's okay.
But now I'm older, when I feel like having a meltdown, I just cry and let it all out.
That's right. And just to correct you a little bit, she didn't hit people, she just hit me sometimes. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It was just me. Scratch. She'd scratch herself, pinch herself, scratch me, hit me. But even with me, it didn't happen that often. You did it more to yourself.
Oh, I would scratch myself?
Yeah.
I was like a bad person to myself.
You weren't a bad person, you just didn't treat yourself. You were angry.
Oh.
You didn't know how to control your emotions or know how to handle it. So do you know, what are some reasons that you might have had the meltdowns?
Because I was upset and I wasn't getting my own way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not getting your own way?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So for some people, the meltdowns happen because they're not getting what they want to do, especially when you are quite obsessed with certain things.
Yeah.
So obsessions is another topic probably altogether, but Gracie was obsessed with Scooby-Doo.
What? Oh.
You don't remember Scooby?
No.
You were
I
Scooby-Doo
hate
for Halloween for
hate-
like years.
I hate Scooby-Doo.
That's too funny. Scooby-Doo, Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, and Nemo for a little bit.
Oh.
Yeah, so when she couldn't have the things that she preferred, that's when there was an issue. Mirrors. You also like to look at yourself in the mirror. We ended up having to cover all of the mirrors in the house that she was able to reach, so that she couldn't see herself, because she wouldn't eat, she wouldn't bathe, she wouldn't do anything that we asked her to do because she just wanted to be looking at the mirror.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, so at school, you haven't had major meltdowns at school. I remember showing a video, I think, to the staff in elementary school once, or maybe it was a voice recording. Sometimes we would record that just to show them how bad they can be, because they didn't witness it at school, which is a good thing. But, and quite common too, so they would let it out at home as opposed to doing it at school. Home is their safe zone. Home is where most kids feel the safest, and that's where they let it all out. So what are some things that you do to let it out? What?
I like crying. When I'm upset. Sorry, what I'm saying. When I'm upset, I like to talk with my parents, especially my mom.
What about when you're at school?
I talk to a staff or a member, and I just cry, let it out, and then I go back to class.
So you go to the washroom to cry and then go back to class if you need to?
Yeah.
What about sensory?
I like tickling.
Tickling your hand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your child is hitting their head against the wall. I've had some students where I've actually taught them to say a head squeeze. I need a head squeeze. Or just take my hand and put it on their head if they're nonverbal, to be able to do that instead of them banging their head, so before it gets too bad. So we would just do this, just a little squeeze on their head, and it helped a lot.
Oh, yeah, keep doing it.
Or on their shoulders.
Oh, I feel like I haven't.
Take their shoulders and push down. Gracie would also hug people when you were uncomfortable. Yeah, but what did we do at school? Because hand hugs. So we just take each other's hand, squeeze.
Her hands are soft as snow.
We call them hand hugs. Yeah. Also, if a child was banging their head against the wall, we would take, or her too, when she was hurting herself, we would just take a pillow if we were at home, and then a gym mat, just the ones that are about this thick. They were the long ones, but we would just hold that in front of us if they were coming at us at school, or put it up against the wall so they couldn't bang their head. Having a safe zone is a really good idea too. So we have some kids at school that have a safe place to go when they're getting overwhelmed before they completely blow. So do you have a safe place at school?
Special needs room.
Yeah. So it would probably be different for different students depending on where they're at and how far away they are. Like high school is a very big school, so they might even be able to find a spot in the hallway that a student can just go, or another room that might be empty. But for us at school, we have an area There's an office where our CERT is located. We have some students that go there. We have a section underneath the table, like it's a countertop at the back of the classroom where the kids would just go under there, sit in her beanbag chair, put the weighted blanket on, and that was her time, to help relax. Also, at home, if your kids, if you have other children in the house, it's nice to have a safe zone, an area for them to go. So there might be, little baggies with snacks that they can have, juice boxes, a beanbag chair, something comfortable that they can sit in with some cushions, and then some, like an iPad or an iPod where they have noise reduction headphones too, that they can just plug that in, and that they're safe, at least as much as possible, while you're dealing with your child that's having the meltdown in the house. So that was kind of nice too for your brother and sister to be able to have that.
Yeah.
We didn't come up with that until much later, so they never really got to use it. But something that we do at home. A lot of kids, like I said before, will, they work so hard during the day to stay calm and to focus and to write, all the fine motor skills, gross motor skills, concentration, social skills is a big one. Like, it's exhausting. By the time you get home, you just want to let it all out. So what do you do? Tell them what you do when you get home every day.
I talk to my best friends that are pieces of paper.
Yes. And what are their names?
Sam and Larry.
Sam and Larry.
Stacy and Sam.
Yeah. So Sam and Larry are actual cutouts. They're actually life-size, aren't they? They're pretty tall, but she just lays them on the floor. And they are cutouts of Samuel de Champlain. And you got those in what grade?
Grade 6.
6?
Yeah.
5? I thought it was 5. But anyway, she's had them for a very long time. And she comes in and she tells them about her day, like everything.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, though, they give you advice, right?
Yeah.
How do they give you advice?
They talk to me.
And what do they say?
They say to be myself, don't let anybody get to you, be okay.
But that's also because they're your imaginary friends. Those are your thoughts, so you're telling yourself through them.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, kids deal with stress in their own way. Your kids will be different than Grace. One of the other things she does is play the guitar and sing songs.
Yeah.
But lately, what's been happening this school year is Gracie will catch me as soon as I step foot through the door. Like, I've barely opened the door, and boom, she's there ready to tell me about her day, whether it's a stressful day or an exciting day, but she's there immediately. It's gotten to the point where I pull in the driveway, and she's at the door, and how's that making me feel?
Creeped out.
Not creeped out. It's just driving me crazy. It's driving me crazy. I work all day with children, and I love them, but from the moment we wake up, because she's in my room the second she wakes up, or she knows that I'm awake, she's there. We with children all day, and we're dealing with stuff all day long, and then I come home right from work, and there she is, right? So I'm going to do another video on self-care, and it's not going to be stuff that you need a lot of time to do. There are just little things that might help with your day. I really had to take a step back and really focus on what can I do so that I feel calm and sane, right? And not so frustrated.
Buzzed lowered.
So anyways, I'll do that in the next video when it's just me. But what about flapping your hands, spinning in circles?
Yeah.
What about those things?
I see that all the time. Sometimes I like to copy that.
Yeah, but you do this too, right?
Yeah, when I get excited or nervous or high-pitched.
High-pitched? What's that mean?
I don't even know.
No. These are things that our kids will do to make it through the day, to decompress and to not feel all that stress, right? They need to let it out some way.
Yeah.
So it's good to let them do that. So if you have a spot at school or at home that they can just do whatever it is that they need to do, that's a good thing.
Please subscribe and like our channel.
And we'll see them when?
We'll see you on the next one.
That's right. Thanks for watching.
Bye.